Hello everybody, so this is the yoga session and we're going to be here meditating, and we're going to continue to breathe, and we're going to meditate, and you can close your eyes, but I'm keeping my eyes open for my surroundings, but it's really up to you. So just close your eyes and just try to concentrate and leave all the negative energy behind. Leave all the positive energy in you and just continue to breathe at your own pace. All right, now we're going to lift our arms up and we're going to move over to one side as you look at your hand, and we're just basically warming up the muscles as we do this. So please do what your body tells you to do. If your body cannot stretch over as I'm doing, please do not do it. Remember that some of my yoga sessions are between beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So please do what you can. And don't worry if you can't get it at this time. Remember that being consistent and always practicing definitely does make you better at your yoga practice. Remember, everyone is different. Everyone is not the same. So please remember that as you're in your yoga practice. This is not a race. So just because Sally, Jack, and Jane got it doesn't mean that you won't get it later. And remember to breathe while you're doing these moments. I know it sounds silly. I always say this all the time, but usually a lot of yoga students, and even some yogis like me, will sometimes stop breathing because they're trying to concentrate too much on the pose, but just let your body flow. So try not to get stuck while you are in any type of yoga pose. Just remember to continue to breathe. And if you do get stuck or if you are tired, please remember to go into your child's pose. I call that a safe place, safe pose. And I will show that in a moment. Yes, I was singing a song. Yes. Now we're going to lie on our backs and we're going to open up the hip flexors a little bit. And we're going to keep the foot flexed, we're trying to engage all the muscles. Foot is flexed. Again, remember to breathe. Now we're going to open up the hip flexors even more, and we're going to do our leg in a circular motion. And we're going to open up the hip flexors wider, as you guys can see here. Once again, if your body is not allowing you, please do not do it. And we're going to do a nice little twist for the back, and back to doing this in a circular motion. Whatever you do on one side, you must do to the other side with yoga. That's what you're supposed to do. Sometimes I can be hard-headed with that, but just remember, always do that, especially if you're a beginner. There's a lot of bugs flying around, the mosquitoes and stuff, so you know. All right, so now we're going to get some more circulation going, and we're going to bring our legs there or there, wherever you can put it. And I'm just going to keep my legs up and put your arms at your sides and have your feet flexed. And you're just there breathing and taking in the nice air with positive thoughts. Now we're just going to do a stretch here. Remember that with the yoga sessions that I usually do, I go along with what my body tells me to do, and I throw in some other intermediate and advanced poses. I apologize about that. So again, once again, if you cannot do that, please go into the child's pose. I will be sure to probably put like a video within a video the next time to show you what the child's pose is if you guys do not know. Yes, I'm sorry I did this to the beginners. I apologize. But I really needed this. I'm really trying to open up my hip flexors because I'm trying to get into that middle split that I've been working on forever. But now I'm really determined this year. Hopefully by the end of this year, I will get into the middle split. We shall see. But again, do what you can. If you cannot do this, please get into child's pose. It's okay. You'll get it one day. Now we're going to open up the hip flexors a little bit here as well. Roll up into a ball, massage the back a little. And we're going to rock up, backwards and forward. Get into a seated position. Lift the arms up. And we're going to do a forward fold. Try not to hunch your back. You go here, here, whichever way you can. And remember to breathe. If you can't touch your toes, that's fine. You can do it wherever you can. Remember, this is your practice. Do what your body tells you to do. Okay? Do not rush into any poses. Do not rush into anything that your body cannot do at the moment. You can get hurt in yoga, so please take heed to that. Just because it looks nice, you know, flowy, you can injure yourself. So let's just do what you can. You will get it. And the whole thing with yoga and with anything, you have to be consistent. If you're not consistent, you will not see the results that you will love to see. So please keep that in mind. And that's with anything, exercising, whatever that you want to do, you have to be consistent with it. All right, so now we're going to do some bridges here. This is also good for the glutes as well. I do have a video on that, talking about targeting the glutes, you know, helping out with that. And this also helps with your core, your abs as well. I'm sorry. Now we're going to do cat and cows. We're going to do a lot of cat and cows today. I've noticed that when I was watching the video over as I was editing, and I was like, oh, we did a lot of cat and cows. All right, so yes, but this is one of the easiest poses here for yoga. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg, and we're going to do this here. This is also good with balance and good for your core. And as you're doing these types of poses, make sure you try to suck your stomach in. I know there's a lot of instruction here, but just try to do the best you can. So remember to breathe, holding your stomach, keep your balance. I know it's a lot. I apologize, but this is what it is, and this will build you up. So just you know, it's okay, y'all. It's okay. It's a lot, but it's okay. All right, we can get through this. Okay, now we're going to the planks. Okay, the forearm planks. I really like the forearm planks better. Let me know if you guys like this better. Some people said they did, as opposed to the regular planks. But if you want to do the regular planks, you can do it at this time. But I prefer the forearm planks, and this is also great for me, like I said before, to work on my pincha. That I want to work on while using the forearms. You know, it's kind of like, it's not a headstand, but it's just using your forearms and putting your legs over your head, kind of like a headstand per se, but it's not, because your head is not on the floor. You're just using your forearms to hold up your body weight. So I'm trying to build up my strength here. So this is why I also like to do the forearm planks as well. So I believe it does help with that. So do whatever your heart desires or whatever your body desires, and you'll be able to accomplish. Okay. I don't know how many I did of these, but do as many as you can. Now this is the child's pose. So this is the pose that I was talking about to those of you that don't know. If you are unable to go into any poses, or if you need some rest or anything of the case, please go into the child's pose, okay? At any time. It could be in the middle of a pose, do it. If you need it, do it. and cat and cow as well. And also you can do some cat and cows. If there's poses that you can't do that you see me do a cat and cow. That's another thing. So it's really up to you. Or just sit there or lie on your back and meditate. Okay, here I'm just sitting here and just breathing and figuring out what I'm going to do next. And we're going to do a nice stretch. We're going to open up the inside of the thighs, the muscles there. And we're going to just do some nice stretches. Once again, you guys know I'm trying to get that middle split going. So if you guys are not able to open your legs as wide as mine, it's fine. You can definitely do something else. So this is really up to you, okay? This is just a nice stretch, okay? And if you can't lean in as far as I'm doing, that's fine. Do what your body can do. I'm saying this all the time because a lot of people, you know, are like, I can't do it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. This is a really good stretch, y'all. I'm gonna do another stretch. And these are called like butterfly legs because I guess it kind of looks like a butterfly, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so let's just open up the hip flexors a little bit as well too. So this had a lot to do with the hip flexors for this session, I believe, as I can see. Back to tabletop and cat and cow. The infamous cat and cow. Downward facing dog. Okay, here we go. Alright. This is one of my favorite exercises for some reason. I don't know. Not exercises, yoga type deals. Alright, and this is the lunge. If you guys cannot do the lunge, that's fine. I needed this nice little stretch here. Sit here for a little second, you know. Do the little lean back. And you can do whatever your heart's desire. Back to downward facing dog. Do this here. Knee to elbow, to opposite elbow. Into the low lunge. You can also do crescent lunge. I should have put this in the video, but I have other videos that shows crescent lunges. You can go back to my other yoga videos to see that as well. Once again, do what your body desires. If your body is in pain while trying to do a pose, please do not proceed. Okay? It's not proceed with caution. It's called stop. Okay? Because I don't want nobody going. I always say this. I try to say this all the time. I don't want nobody going to the emergency room because, like, oh, Marquita said, whatever you do on one side, no. If you unbalanced, if you can't do on the other side, if it's too, you see what I'm saying? Don't do it. Oh, and roll your wrists if you need to. And I did a little plank again because I like the forearm planks. But back, yeah, let's not go to the emergency room or urgent care. Not watching my video, okay? So if you unbalance, it's okay. Okay, just stop if one side, because one side could be stiffer than the other side. All right, so this is a camel pose. You guys can do this if you like. You don't have to. Once again, I'm going with my body, what my body tells me to do. because I believe the next thing I'm going to do is probably the pigeon pose. I'm not too sure. Yes, the pigeon pose. This is my ultimate favorite poses. I love this pose. Okay. Yes, I love this pose. This is the pigeon pose. Love it. We're almost done, y'all. Almost there. Gonna go into the child's pose. Gonna do the boat pose, just one little boat pose. Haven't done this in a little bit. Try to keep your back a little bit straight. Lay down, stretch everything out. And now we're going into Savasana. Please close your eyes. As you enter Savasana, as your body settles, everything's subtle. Close your eyes if you can. And seal in everything that you learned in today's practice. As your body melts to the floor. And we're going to wiggle the body, wiggling the feet, hands, and we're going to slowly come up as we end the class. Alright, so now we're going to put our hands at heart center, and we're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe on the last breathe out. We are going to end the class in the sound of Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Thank you for attending class. I really do appreciate you following me during this session. I hope you got a lot out of this, and I hope you found it helpful. And continue to have a positive day, positive week whenever you're watching this. Namaste.